Being the most beautiful woman in school is certainly enjoyable. Besides being beautiful, she is also the smartest and always the class champion. Of course, her beauty makes many men try to approach her. Although they have tried various ways, none have succeeded in winning her heart. Meanwhile, this man is named Ko Chen, a troublemaker and the only guy not interested in Chi-Chi's beauty. He has a friend who is always joking around named Bo Chi, another friend who is chubby named Aho, and there's Sao, another troublemaker whose hobby is playing basketball. That day, Ko Chen and his friends did something inappropriate during class, where their own teacher became the target of their mischief. The teacher knew they were playing and told Ko Chen to stand up while he wasn't wearing pants. As a result, both of them were severely punished by their principal. The principal also asked Chi-Chi to supervise Ko Chen because now Ko Chen was moved to sit right in front of Chi-Chi, which neither of them liked. That day, Ko Chen was still playing during class and was directly reprimanded by Chi-Chi, and instead, he gave her the middle finger. Ko Chen indeed does not like studying, but he is very fond of martial arts because he is such a fan of Bruce Lee. Unlike Ko Chen, his friends really like Chi-Chi and try various ways, but instead they end up making Chi-Chi angry and feel disturbed by their actions. That day, their English teacher looked very fierce, and unfortunately, Chi-Chi seemed anxious because she forgot to bring her textbook. Then the teacher asked anyone who didn't bring their book to stand up, but when Chi-Chi was about to stand, suddenly Ko Chen gave her his book and immediately stood up. In the end, Ko Chen received a scolding from their fierce English teacher. Chi-Chi accidentally saw Ko Chen's notes about her in his book. He was willing to be punished rather than see that woman scolded by their teacher. The next day, while eating, Chi-Chi approached Ko Chen to thank him. However, feeling awkward, Ko Chen said it would be better to give him something. Then after school, Chi-Chi approached Ko Chen again and instead gave him a practice question to work on. She also gave her textbook and asked Ko Chen to study and try to do the practice questions given by Chi-Chi. However, of course, on the first day, Ko Chen was still reluctant to do it seriously. At school, Chi-Chi asked for the paper back and found many mistakes and the problems Ko Chen had done. Of course, Ko Chen openly disliked being scolded by Chi-Chi because he didn't like studying. Even Chi-Chi's friend wondered why Chi-Chi bothered to teach Ko Chen when he didn't like him. However, Chi-Chi is confident that Ko Chen will gradually change. Indeed, that night Ko Chen really tried to study, and his mother was very happy to see her child so serious about his studies, because all this time, Ko Chen only liked to play. Thanks to this beautiful girl, Ko Chen became a child who was truly serious about studying. He and Chi-Chi would study together because they made a rule that if one of them got the first rank, they would have to shave their hair. And if Chi-Chi fails, she has to keep her hair up for a whole month. Even their relationship became close, even though Ko Chen previously disliked Chi-Chi for being too ambitious. That night, Ko Chen suddenly left Chi-Chi alone in the classroom. It turned out he went to the barber shop to shave his head. Ko Chen truly paid off his debt to Chi-Chi. Of course, now his friends are teasing him for being bald until Chi-Chi passes by them with her hair in two ponytails. All the men are now captivated by her because Chi-Chi looks even more beautiful with that hairstyle. Ko Chen even secretly ended up being interested in seeing her. That afternoon, the school guard suddenly scolded their class for accusing one of the students of taking the missing class funds. No one wanted to confess, and no one wanted to accuse each other. When the guard asked them to write down the name of a suspected friend, suddenly Ko Chen's friend objected because it meant they had to accuse an innocent person. Then Ko Chen stood up to oppose it, and unexpectedly, Chi-Chi, who is a good kid, also joined in resisting the school guard. As a result, those who first caused trouble were punished outside, including Chi-Chi.